I've been thinking about doing this channel for a while, and I just never know what to say. But I figure I'm just gonna wing it. We'll see how it goes. So bear with me. I'm driving. Just picked my little guy up from school. We're on our way home in traffic. So if you see me looking around, I'm looking for cars to make sure I can go. But anyway, what I want to talk about is, I don't want to say the state of black people, right? But the state of people, period. I was talking to a client today, and she was saying how her mother was an English teacher. So she was like a stickler when it comes to grammar and how you speak and the things you say and how you say it and what you say. And I noticed that a lot of us are, I don't want to say we don't use proper English. I mean, a lot of people don't use proper English, and I'm not judging on that. But it's the mentality of people, a lot of people, right? A lot of people I see, a lot of people I come in contact with, a lot of people that I grew up with, a lot of people that I spent a lot of time around. It's just that mentality that, you know, I don't give a F, I don't care. And my question is like, why don't you care? And is it because you don't know any better? Is it because you just don't care? Or is it just a lack of knowing, right? Like ignorance. And what made me think about it was she was talking about how she hates certain words that people say. And it's the phrase, I seen it, right? Or, you know, as our people say, I seen it, you know, with a T, I seen it. And, you know, she was saying, she was talking to someone and they said, I seen it. And she said, are you sure you seen it? Because last time I checked, you didn't seen it. Maybe you haven't saw it, or maybe you didn't see it, but you ain't not seen it, you know? And it just, we had a conversation and it was funny. I wish I could have recorded it, but where we were, I'm under contractual agreement to not have any recording devices in the room. I'm a therapist by trade, so I cannot record the conversations with my clients, but it is some good conversations. And if I were in a private practice, I probably would ask some of the people, would you like to record this and maybe we can do a podcast? Because if you could hear some of the conversations that I have with people, and it's from all walks of life, right? Doctors, lawyers, nurses, people who work for the government, police officers. I've heard so many stories over the years, people who work in nursing homes and hospitals, and, you know, during the last 2 years of this health crisis, I've heard a lot of interesting things, but that's not the point of what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the I seen it crowd, right? It's just times where, and I don't even know what I'm saying. I guess I'm just rambling, but it's the thought that is in my mind that's prevailing. That I told her, you know what? I'm gonna go to the store and I'm gonna get one of those little clips that hook onto your vents in your car, because I got a 20-minute drive home, and I'm just gonna talk. And normally I'll be listening to music in the car with my son, but he just went to bear with it today while I run my mouth. And I'm glad it's not my older son, because my older son would be like, who are you talking to? Daddy, you're talking to yourself. My little guy, he's chill. I mean, he talks, but he just enjoys the ride. And I'm pretty sure with me talking, he doesn't know who I'm talking to or what I'm talking about, but he's just listening to me. And it'll go in his mind subconsciously. And when he gets older, hopefully he will be the type, well, I know because I'm raising him to be the type of person that's self-aware and conscious of how he acts, and to think before he acts or before he speaks, because there are consequences in life, right? You know, every action causes an equal and opposite reaction, and that's the point, right? Like, some people are ignorant, or they just don't care that their actions causes actions, and it all came from the I seen it conversation. Some people know that that is not a actual phrase in the English language that is grammatically correct. Some people don't. Some people know and some people don't care. But the point is, when does not caring get old, right? When do you get to the point where the whole I don't give a F attitude, I don't care attitude when does it go out the window? Because, you know, I know people that are 30s, 40s, 50s who don't care. Like, you know, they act like we did when we were 14, 15, 16, and when you're young and dumb and wild. You don't care. You don't care about a lot. But as you get older, you know, with age comes wisdom, and with wisdom should come the faculty of discernment, right? Of being able to see the consequences of your actions. And this isn't just about speaking, but because I'm a stickler for words, I like to think things out before I make any moves. And I noticed that a lot of people, they don't do that. Even if you look at social media, I was watching a bit of a video about this older lady who she did something for her 50th birthday. Some people know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to get explicit because my son is in the car. But when do you keep your dirty laundry in the house? When does not caring get to the point where it gets old, right? Because, you know, we have this age of information and also this age of liberation where people feel like, you know what, I'm grown, I can do X, Y, Z, I can say X, Y, Z, I can act how I want as long as I'm not affecting anybody, I can, you know, do me, so to speak. But what we don't realize is everything we do affects somebody. Just like, you know, what I'm saying right now, it's going to reach some people, and I may get 0 views. I don't know, but I'm going to just put it out there. But my son is in the back seat. You can't see him. He can't see me, but he can hear me. And everything that I do, he is watching me. Like there was an instance where before my son was born, I was in the market with my wife and my older son, and she was pregnant with my younger son. And I was in a kind of a shady area, and there was a young lady and 2 men in the store, and there's other people, but I kept noticing them because every aisle that we were in, they were in. And me being from where I'm from, you know, I caught them kind of looking at me, and how I was raised, somebody make eye contact too long, or you see somebody watching you, they could be a potential threat. So I kind of got my eye on this guy, and my wife and I are checking out, and now they're at the front of the store. Yeah, you done? He finished his juice box. Oh, he didn't finish. Let me drink some. Get trucks. Hold on, get your truck. I gotta get his toy trucks. But I can't find them, buddy. But the point is, here's Batman. Take Batman. You don't want Batman? You don't want Batman. So she was pregnant with this guy right here. Sorry, I'm trying to reach and find his toys. She's pregnant with him, and we're in the store, and these people are everywhere we go. Every aisle we're in, we see them. And me being the man of the family, I'm on point. My head's on a swivel. And I notice them noticing me. So I'm keeping a watchful eye. Now, as we're checking out, I see that they're in the front of the store, by the door. They didn't buy anything. We bought a bunch of stuff. I can't find it. I can't find it, buddy. What? It's right there. I can't reach it. This boy has more toys in a little bit. I can't reach it, buddy. You gotta wait till we pull over. Anyway, listen, don't worry about him. So, as we're walking out, I see the guy looking at me, and he says, "What's up?" And I say, "What's up?" Right? Because now I'm like, all right, something about to go down. Let me get my wife to safety, and me and him can do whatever we gotta do. But it was the opposite. He looked at my son, he looked at me, and he said, "Every time he sees you, he sees Michael Jordan." And I didn't get it. I was like, what? What do you mean? And he was like, every time he sees you, he sees Michael Jordan. To him, you're the GOAT. And I was like, dang. And I was like, I appreciate because of maybe how we looked and where we were, how he was dressed, because he was definitely looked like he was high as a kite. I ain't gonna lie, that boy was on something, but he might not have been. But he was observing me, and the point is, somebody is always watching, whether you think they're not, whether you notice them or not. Somebody is always watching, especially the kids. If you're an older person, if you're 18 and over, it's always somebody watching you. And sometimes it's the older people watching you, because we got young people that's famous and they're role models to people twice their age. And sometimes people got siblings. In my case, I got children and nieces and nephews that are younger than me that are watching me. And the same thing in life. You always got somebody watching you. You may not know that they're looking up to you, but you're inspiring somebody by your positive or negative actions. So keep that in mind. Don't be one of those people that's like, I seen it, right? Because it's always going to be somebody who's seen, and it's always going to be somebody who do, or someone who does, right? As we're talking about speaking properly. It's always going to be the person who does, and it's always going to be the person who sees. You got to ask yourself, are you the person who does, or are you the person who sees? If you're the person who does, then make sure the people that see are seeing the right thing. And right is, I guess, objective, right? Because what's right for me may not be right for you. But we all know that there is a way to behave and to not behave. There are things that you do in public, and there are things that you do in private. And somebody asked me years ago, what does it mean to be righteous, right? And everybody's not religious. I said, act like your grandma is standing next to you all the time. Everybody doesn't have a grandma, but somebody has that one person that they look up to that they always wanted to impress. I know people out here who was savages in the streets, but their mom didn't know that they were as wild as they were, or their grandmom didn't know that they was a whole hooligan out here. In their mind, that's still my baby. And to me, that's what righteousness is, right? Like, it could be a whole nother meaning if we add the religious aspect to it or the spiritual aspect to it. But at the end of the day, it's about what is right in the eyes of the person that you look up to the most. So don't be one of those I seen it people purposely be ignorant to what you know is the right thing to do or say or be when these cars is loud. I hope my sound is coming out good, because this is like a test run, and I do not remember anything I said. But I'm at the 13-minute mark, and YouTube is probably gonna cut this at 15 minutes, so I'm gonna end it here. But that's just it. In the future, I'm gonna make sure these videos are more structured. Maybe I'm in a more relaxed setting because I'm driving right now and I'm just shooting from the hip. But I wanted to just get it out there. I wanted to get the thoughts out there, and just talk some junk, because I watch a lot of channels. These people ain't talking about nothing. It's reaction videos from what this person did, and I guess this is kind of a reaction video from a conversation I had. But I'm not judging anybody. Like, at the end of the day, you're gonna do what you're gonna do, and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. But I just think that we could all do better and hold ourselves to a higher standard. That's it, man. Infinite love, peace, abundance to everybody. I'll catch you in the next go round.